Fantastic Four, number 45. We are nearing the end of Dan Slott's time on the titular First Family, and this is the end of the Reckoning War. And I was excited for the Reckoning War, I think, when it started, because I'm like, yeah, you should do something with the Fantastic Four. They haven't like led something huge at this company since Secret Wars, and that's been a long time ago. So yeah, give us a Reckoning War. What the hell? The more we got into it, the more I was bored with it. The more I'm like, oh yeah, this is just classic Slott exposition, big stuff, nothing happening. This finale was pretty basic and not interesting. So the book actually opens up with Ben back on the Baxter building. He finds his family and he's like, let me recap how I got here. I don't really care. Look, I don't have any problem with Fareed Karimi's art. I just don't think they draw a good version of Ben Grimm. Way too round in the head, if that makes sense. And other parts, I'm like, yeah, there's a lot going on here, and I think the colorist is doing most of the heavy lifting, just kind of making it all work. But it's not very pretty to look at sometimes. So there's a big fight going on. We all know it. Every cosmic character is here. The Watcher absorbs some weird thing. He's witnessing every single event that ever happened from a Watcher's eyes. And as those are going on, it's just, who cares? It's just a bunch of stuff happening. We think because Reed used the nullifier to end the world and everything, he's going to die. Well, he's not going to die. Reed's actually alive. So don't worry about that plot thread too much. It literally means nothing. Reed's okay. He's back. And you just see they have like this ultimate armor, the ultimate weapon, going to destroy the world. It's the big powerful thing that the Reckoning was using. How are we going to stop this problem? Pretty easily. So here's what's about to happen. Norrin and Johnny are going to head out to space. They're going to take the ultimate weapon of the Reckoning. They're going to shove it inside the Destroyer Galactus. And that's going to consume all the radiation that could destroy the entire world. And guess what? It works. They save the day. But because of that, you just see there's the explosion of the thing. The energy gets absorbed into Uatu. He becomes the Watcher of all Watchers, which they should have done this from the beginning because who cares about the Watchers? I feel like Slott's asking questions that nobody's asking, He's just like, what if the Watchers did something? And nobody was like, why would they? Who cares, Dan? Why are you talking about it? So the Watcher of all Watchers is Uatu now. And he's like, look, I'm going to take the worlds that the Reckoning destroyed and turn it into new cosmos. And he's going to call it the Borderlands. And there's a new area of space to explore. So essentially, nothing has changed. Space just became more space. Essentially, the thing that would have destroyed all of space stopped destroying space and became even more space. That's the big change of this book. Jack of Hearts isn't dead because Uatu's like, here's this. He's back now. The characters from the She-Hulk book, the love and peace, the judges or the time cops, they're back too. They're like, hey, we were in the She-Hulk book and you're here too, and we were talking about this. Now we're back. Whoop-de-doo, we're back. Cool, that's really fun. And because of this new resurgence of the world, Galactus is back to his normal self. Him and Silver Surfer are going to explore the Borderlands as teammates. That's cool. And then the Watcher's just like, I have this newfound power. I'm going to send everybody home. So Thor and the Asgardians go. The Guardians go. Now that the solution's over, Reed and Johnny can finally catch up. And whoop-de-doo, Reed still can't fix Johnny for everything. Johnny freaks out again. Literally, Johnny, the world was about to end, and you're still pissed off. He tells everyone to go to hell. He joins Sky. They go off with the Guardians of the Starjammers, I guess. They go off with somebody. Johnny's not in the book anymore. And you just see, everyone just leaves. Okay, cool. And you see Ben still kind of heartbroken by everything going on that happened with him in the last couple issues. So he just goes back to see his kids. Cool. Doctor Doom and his weird friend, robot, whatever, the Cormorant, they leave too. Everybody leaves. The Cormorant gets a whole page dedicated to going somewhere. Reed and Sue go back through the Forever Gate, and they find Valeria and Franklin in their own gate. It looks like Franklin gives himself his powers back. He's like, yeah, everything that was different about me is back to normal, except I have the black hair again. So we're back to the status quo. Okay, thanks, Franklin. That was cool, I guess. Back in the Baxter building, all the other superheroes show up, and for some reason, Moon Knight shows up, and they're just like, yo, Thing, where were you, man? There was a big fight with all, like, the Badoon and the space and stuff. It's like, I was just with my kids, but look in the sky, the Watcher's refixing the moon. Another thing that Dan said, like, repercussions, the moon's dead, it's back, okay. And the book ends with Nick Fury getting to kind of be a Watcher with the Ultimate Nullifier, reestablishing a SHIELD base on the moon. And that's where the book ends. There's a little bit of a capper where we see Doom's building his own Forever Gate. Okay, like this again, nothing happened in the Reckoning War. Like, just new characters showed up who were connected to the Watchers, characters nobody cares about to begin with, and we learn that everything's solved. Every crisis that could have happened has been resolved. Characters that might have been dead are brought back to life. People who lost their powers in the slot run potentially have them back. There was really no stakes in this, was there? You got to pretend you destroyed Galactus and the world and all these things. The only thing that really amazes me is that he didn't let Johnny get back to normal. That's the biggest takeaway I have from this book, because the rest of it is literally just nothing. And I get it. You don't need to like have a world-changing event and these ramifications in every issue with this impending and everlasting feeling of story, like we're just changing the status quo forever. I get you don't need to do that. But you've literally done nothing in this book. Like, this event wasn't even that fun to read because characters were acting out of character. You had a new artist in almost every issue just telling a different story. There's no consistency to this. And you focused on all of the things that I don't think anybody cared about. So this book, it kind of sucks that it ended this way. And it kind of sucks that Slott's got a very few issues left on this book. Because I would rather... I'd rather just see this go out on a high note than just the whimper. Because I like Slott. I do. I respect the guy for just taking chances to tell different kind of stories with Spider-Man and She-Hulk and these characters he's worked on. I've liked a lot of his Fantastic Four, but the Reckoning War really, I think, burned it out because you can't go back from here, you know? And I guess that's why he's ending his run on the book. What do you do after this? You've done everything. There's nothing left to do. So cool. Uatu created a new space in space. Space is infinite, so he just put more infinite stuff in infinity. Cool. Johnny and Sky get back together to go be pissed off somewhere. And the whole family is fractured, but come on. He's got one more issue left for certain. The team might get back together. Maybe he'll tie up that loose thread of the sister to Reed, but we'll see. I'm not convinced, but there it is. There it is, folks. The end of the Reckoning War. Was it worth it? Did you have fun? Everything's in a nice, pretty little bow. We put all the evil into Galactus. He absorbed it. Then the Watcher got it and made new space. There it is. That's the Reckoning War. The moon was gone, but now it's back. There's the Reckoning War. Thank you guys for buying the book. They haven't announced the next series of Fantastic Four yet, have they? I know David Pepose was doing like at least issue 47. Is he continuing on with a series? I hope so, because Savage Avengers is really good. It's actually a book about characters dealing with stuff. But I wonder if we're going to wait until the casting announcement for the movie before we get into more. Either way, the Reckoning War is over. We can all rest easy now. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. I don't know, this drawing of the Thing I do not like. So, Fantastic Four, issue number 45, the finale to the Reckoning War, I'm going to give a 4 out of 10. Now, thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.